I wasn't at all excited to see this movie tonight. I hated the trailer. I got so annoying by it. I saw it over and over and over again, and I was not interested in seeing this movie at all. But I saw it anyways, and the film is called I, Frankenstein. But according to the movie, it says I Frankenstein. So I don't know what happened with the marketing and stuff like that. But anyways, how was the movie? Okay, first off, I really like Aaron Eckhart. He is the star of this film. He plays the Frankenstein monster, but it's been, 200 years since Frankenstein's been created, and now he's in modern day whatever land. And of course, the movie also stars Bill Knightley and Miranda Otto, and Jay Courtney from Good Day to Die Hard. The movie is produced by Underworld, and that was one of the biggest worries I had about this movie because I'm not a big fan of the Underworld movies, even though I kind of enjoyed the last one, kinda. But this movie definitely looked like it was just a carbon copy version of Underworld and a lot of these kind of movies that come out in January, these action movies that really have no sense of meaning or there's no purpose to the movie. Hopefully you can go and see the movie and be entertained and walk away and probably forget about it. But this movie centers around Frankenstein's monster, though he does get a name in this movie. He gets the name Adam from these gargoyles that come alive and they are humans, and this whole movie centers around this kind of war that's going on in modern times, but it's kind of weird because the modern situation around them they're not really aware of all this stuff, all this magical stuff that's going on. They don't really explain that. It seems like there's no indication that they're like, there's a little bit of that, but there's no real indication that there's humans walking around going, oh my gosh, look in the sky, there's some gargoyles flying around and they're beating up those demons, because this movie is centered around gargoyles and demons. Why am I even explaining this movie? Because, most of the people that are probably watching this review are not really interested in the film, let alone you're probably ever going to go see it. But I went tonight and I saw it in the IMAX 3D format. This is the only way I really wanted to see this movie because I felt like this movie is going to suck. So if I'm going to enjoy it, I had a discount ticket, so I did save some money on my ticket, and I went to see the IMAX 3D version. And I'm really glad I did, because this movie that is not good at all was much better watching on the big screen, loud and in charge and in 3D, because a lot of the stuff that didn't work in this film didn't really work. There's a lot of good stuff and bad stuff about each of the things that didn't work in this film. Like, there's some good special effects, there's some bad special effects. There's some good makeup, there's some bad makeup. There's some good acting, there's some bad acting. There's some good fighting, there's some bad action fighting. There's just a lot of good and bad stuff going on in this film, but I found myself being slowly entertained, though I wish this movie had a personality. I wish this movie had a sense of humor, because I probably would have given it a higher grade, even though it gets utterly ridiculous throughout the entire film. The whole premise of this movie felt like a graphic novel, and near the end of the film, it indicated that this film was based on a graphic novel. So I was like, oh, that makes perfect sense. That felt like I was watching a graphic novel. And I think Aaron Eckhart and some of the cast members, even the ones that are not doing the greatest acting, feel like they really care that they're there. They're taking this material very, very seriously. And that really helped my experience, because I wasn't really excited to see this movie at all. I was kind of dreading this whole experience, and it turned out to be so much fun watching this movie. It looked great in some aspects. Again, there's a lot of good stuff and bad stuff when it comes to the elements in this film, but overall, the entertainment value for 90 minutes, yes, I was bored at times, and then suddenly something would happen and it would be entertaining to me, like a good, cool fight sequence, or some cool, I don't know, Aaron Eckhart seemed like he was having fun in this role, even though I don't know if he really even cares about this movie. And sadly, the studio doesn't care about this film because they brought it out in January, and I don't know. For me, this movie is a extreme guilty pleasure. I had a good time watching it. I was never bored, even though I did get tired of it every once in a while, but luckily it came back and just gave me something exciting to watch. And I do want to say something perfect about this movie. There are two things that are perfect about this film. The fact that I was in the IMAX format and the sound for this film was incredible. It was awesome. I love the sound of this movie, and I really like the music of this movie. I would own the soundtrack to the film. I think the music to this film was really, really good. Other than that, this is a throwaway film, and I understand any hate this movie is getting, it's well deserved, but for me, it was a really good time at the movies, and I don't think I'll ever watch it again. I don't want a sequel, but for 90 minutes, I was entertained, and for me, that's really what matters when I went to see this film. Okay, I'm going to give I, Frankenstein 2.5 stars out of 4. I'm MovieManCHAD. Please like, comment, subscribe to my channel. I'm also on Twitter, and I'm on Facebook. And please go to WeLiveFilm.com and subscribe right here on YouTube to We Live Film. And also go to Long Beach Acting and Film Association on Facebook and Twitter. And if you've enjoyed this review, please click right here and subscribe to my channel. I'd really appreciate it. And please click right here and subscribe to my channel. I'd really appreciate it. I enjoy doing these reviews. I look forward to seeing hopefully some really good movies in 2014. We've got Labor Day coming out, the end of the month, a new Jason Reitman movie. Hopefully that'll be good and bring 2014 into a place where we care about. A movie season. What am I talking about? I don't know. I'm gonna shut up now. It's late. It's after midnight. Talk to you guys later. Bye. Peace, please. Peace. Peace on earth.